Hello, Bronco fans and football fans everywhere. Welcome to Broncos Breakdown on the MHRT Network, as well as my own channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube. This is a show that's everything about the Broncos and brought to you with emotion, passion, honesty, and of course, my comments as well as yours in the chat. I am your host, Bronco Bill. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in on a Friday. This is Friday, 2 days in front of Mother's Day in the United States of America, but it's also Mother's Day, May 10th, for those of the Hispanic culture. My mother-in-law is Hispanic, so today is we're celebrating her Mother's Day here, and then I'm gonna celebrate Mother's Day with my wife with our son, daughter-in-law, and grandkids on Sunday to celebrate Mother's Day here in America. Hope each and every one of you out there remember your mom, whether she's still here or not, doesn't matter. Remember your mother, otherwise you wouldn't be here. So hats off to each and every one of the moms out there. Thank you so much for everything you do. Happy Mother's Day this coming Sunday. All right, guys. Hope each and every one of you had a fantastic week. Heading into the weekend, like I said, thank you so much for stopping in and being a part of the show. Really do appreciate it. It means the world to me to know that you guys are watching, you're supporting, you're hitting the thumbs up button. Please do that. And I really do appreciate it. And let's just get right into the show. Okay, we're going to start out with a sad note. I've got a snippet here, but I want to bring in a little bit more on this very sad note. Very instrumental person to the Denver Broncos organization in the 70s and 80s. Joe Collier. Here it is. Former Broncos defensive coordinator Joe Collier passed away last week. I believe it was at the age, let me scroll down here real quick. I'll find out in a minute. Oh, at the age of 91. Joe Collier passed away at the age of 91. Former Broncos head coach and defensive coordinator Wade Phillips expressed his sadness at the news. Phillips said, and I quote, "Joe Collier was a great defensive coordinator, an amazing individual who should be in the National Football League Hall of Fame, in my opinion," end quote. Collier was the mastermind behind the famed Orange Crush defense. The cause of his death was not revealed. All right, let me read you a little bit more about Joe Collier. All right. Joe Collier is one of the most impactful coaches in the history of the Denver Broncos and regarded among the best defensive coordinator of all time. He was the innovator in the NFL with his 3-4 defense, which wasn't heard of back then. We're talking the 70s. 3-4 defense, helping the Broncos to 3 Super Bowl appearances during a legendary career with our franchise that spanned more than 2 decades. He was intelligent, modest, soft-spoken. Collier provided steady leadership to 5 different head coaches as the Broncos emerged as perennial contenders in the 1970s and 1980s. His profound influence on countless players and coaches in Denver included 12 Broncos Ring of Fame players, 11 Pro Bowl selections, and 2024 Football Hall of Fame linebacker Randy Gradishar. Yes, Randy Gradishar is going into the Hall of Fame this year. He played under the tutelage of Joe Collier. Joe Collier is amazing, amazing defensive coordinator. All right. I continue. Collier spent 20 seasons on the Broncos coaching staff from 1969 to 1988. A tenure only surpassed by Mike Shanahan's 21 years with the Broncos. Collier helped Denver to a 168 wins, 132 losses, and 7 ties record, 5 division titles, and Super Bowl appearances after the 1977, 1986, and 1987 seasons. Let's see. Where's the end up? Led by Collier's defense, the Broncos made their first of 8 Super Bowl appearances after the 1997 season when they defeated the Pittsburgh Steelers and the then Oakland Raiders in the playoffs to win the AFC. The Broncos lost to the Dallas Cowboys in that Super Bowl. Joe Collier is survived. Joe Collier is survived by 3 children, 4 grandchildren, and 4 great-grandchildren. Joe Collier, you will sorely be missed. I hope the Denver Broncos do something fantastic, like put a patch or something on their jersey to commemorate the life, the legacy, the dedication to the Denver Broncos, to what Joe Collier meant to this team. It's a tremendous loss. He was 91 years old. He lived a very, very long life, but it's still very sad when somebody passes away that was so influential, whether it's in a person's life, a family life, a football life, a city life, a state, a following of the Denver Broncos. Joe Collier, you will sorely be missed. May you rest in peace. Joe Collier, love you, man. Rest in peace. All right. Okay. Big E in the chat. Bats lead off. Big E said, "What's up, Bill?" I say, "What's up, Big E? What's happening?" Rodolfo, nice to see you, my friend. Greetings, he says. Greetings back to you. And batting third, G Money 88 says, "Rest in peace, Joe Collier. He was way before his time, but it's always sad to see a Bronco legend go." Absolutely. Hopefully you're doing well. Thanks for the show. I'm doing great, man. Thanks for being here, G Money. Each and every one of you last night, man, in that Avalanche debacle. That I'll get into that. In fact, that's my next topic. Not the debacle, but the playoffs. So here it is. Let's get the Colorado Avalanche topic out of the way. We'll continue on with football topics. The Colorado Avalanche are in the second round of the NHL playoffs against the Dallas Stars. Game 1 last Tuesday featured a fantastic comeback after being down 3-0 after the first period. They won it in overtime 4-3. I mean, that's crazy. You're down 3-0, and all of a sudden you just catch fire and go on and win the game. It almost happened again last night. Last night's game was almost a carbon copy of Tuesday's. Colorado trailed 4-0 entering the third period and got the game to within 4-3 before the Stars got an empty net goal. The final score, 5-3 Dallas. The series moves to Denver starting tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain, and so forth, and Monday, as the series is tied 1 game apiece. I don't know. I mean, the Avalanche in both games have been down by a total of 7-0 before they even scored. 3-0 in the first game, 4-0 last night. Down 7-0. They came back and made it close. Close is not good enough. Not when it comes to playoffs. Not when it comes to what you have to have. Close is not good enough. Anyways, Avalanche State, you guys out there, just a heads up. Tomorrow night, Douglas Creevy and myself will be doing the Avalanche neighborhood, 7 p.m. Pacific time. So it'll be 7, 8, 9, 10, wherever you may be. Check your local listings, as they usually say. And we will be doing the neighborhood tomorrow night, game 3, first game at Ball Arena in the second round against the Dallas Stars. All right. Okay, before I move on, Rodolfo Clarence says, "What are the keys to defeating the Dallas Stars?" I would say the main key is Georgiev has to play out of his mind. He hasn't played that way. He's played up, he's played down, he's played even, he's played up, he's played down. You never know what Georgiev player you're going to get on any given night or any given period, for that matter. You're not going to know that until the game happens. And it's crazy because he's so streaky, but you don't know what streak he's on. Is he on a hot streak, an even kill streak, or a down streak? You don't know. So that's my first key. Georgiev has to be lights out. If he's not, Colorado has no chance. Second of all, quit trying to make the perfect pass. You're not going to be able to make the perfect pass. They're expecting the Avalanche to make the perfect pass. So that's why they're not collapsing down. They're just holding their ground. They're holding their ground in between the circles, saying, okay, fine. Try and find that perfect pass. We're not going to give it to you. So that's number two. The third one is momentum. You can't not start the game flat-footed. You have to start the game with intensity. You just don't. Avalanche cannot just show up on the ice and say, okay, we're here. All right, we're here. Hey, man, we won the Stanley Cup 2 years ago. We're here. Guess what? Vegas won it last year, and they got knocked out by Dallas. So you cannot just show up. You have to play 60 minutes of hard hockey checking ice domination. You have to. You can't take a period off. You can't take a half period off. You can't take a shift off. You have to play with intensity. People say, yeah, but they played 82 games. They're tired. Hey, okay, if you're tired, then go away. Then just fold up. Why are you in the playoffs? You're in the playoffs to try and win the Stanley Cup. You're not in the playoffs to just be in the playoffs. Show up. Perform like you're supposed to. Play with intensity, with passion. Great question. Great question, Rodolfo. Those are my 3 points. Goalie. What was the other one? Goalie, intensity, and I already forgot because I'm so wound up, man. Yeah, it's just it's crazy. Anyways, great question. Avatar, holy Toledo, dude, where have you been? I mean, I know life happens, but holy smokes, fill me in, man. Where you been, Avatar? Said, what's up, Broncos country and 2022 Stanley Cup champions, Avalanche fanatics, and 2023 NBA champs, Nation Nuggets. Let me add that Jokic has won his third MVP in the last 4 years. Jokic has won his third NBA championship. Congratulations to Jokic. He well deserved it. He should be 4 in a row. The NBA didn't want to give it to him last year. Stupid. But anyways, yeah, Avatar, where in heaven's name have you been, man? Missed you. Big time. Glad to have you back in the chat, man. Glad you didn't get lost. Glad you could still find the channel and the network. Really do appreciate it. All right. Let's see. Okay. The Denver Broncos have released a quarterback. No, not Russell Wilson. That already happened. Okay. The Denver Broncos have released a quarterback from the team per ESPN's Jeremy Fowler. That quarterback is, no, it's not Zach Wilson. And you know it ain't Bo Nix. So who's left? That's right. Ben DiNucci. Ben DiNucci has been released by the Denver Broncos. I really expected that. I expected that a long time ago. He just never really materialized into anything other than a practice squad, which is fine. But never really materialized, beyond that. So I wish him all the best. Just don't know if he'll be picked up by another team or whatnot, but wish him the best. And, as the Broncos move forward, players come, players go. Unfortunately, well, we've seen that a lot this past season, that players go, like Justin Simmons. And I got an article about that, or not article, but a segment about that. So we'll talk about that too. Avatar says, a reason why it hasn't been around. He says, I just started a new job, so I've been busy. Well, that's okay. Okay, I understand that. That's good. I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad you're back in the chat. Really do appreciate it. Jared Stidham is still there. Jared Stidham's there. We got Zach Wilson, and we got Bo Nix. I'm assuming, I could be wrong, but probably thinking that Jared Stidham will probably be number 2. I'm thinking Zach Wilson might be the practice squad. I don't know. It could be the either or. I don't know. Have no idea. But yeah, it's good. It's good that we keep, some solid familiarity, on the staff that the coaches staff or on the team, I should say, that the coaches staff is very familiar with. That's good stuff. Rodolfo says, summary: 1, Gorgiev, yes, 1. 2, try not to be. Yeah, that's right. The perfect pass. You're right. And then start away on fire. Thanks. Yeah, you're very welcome, Rodolfo. Those are my 3 keys. If you go back and look at any of the games that the Avalanche have played, it's always started with Gorgiev. He's always allowed the first goal in. He did that in round 1 against Winnipeg. He's doing it again in round 2 against Dallas. It's only going to get harder the further you go into the playoffs, closer to the Stanley Cup. It's only going to be harder. So Gorgiev has to figure it out. He's not solid at this point in time. I have major concerns when it comes to him. The perfect pass, you're right. Like I mentioned, the perfect pass is something that they keep trying to do and it just doesn't work. And then you just got to come out on fire. So, yeah. No, you're very, very welcome there, Rodolfo. Very, very welcome. Anytime. Ask any question. I'll do my best to answer. I don't have all the answers. I don't try and make them up because I said at the beginning of the show, honesty is what I strive to always do. I will always try and give you honest answers. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you. I will say, hey, I don't know. I will do my best to look it up and bring it on next week's show or the neighborhood or whatever. But I will not make things up. Even the topics I bring are not made up. They are not made up. They're researched. They're dug into. They're legit. All right. Thank you so much again there, Rodolfo. Really appreciate it. Let's see. Let's get ready to dominate Denver Broncos for life. Dominate, I think you're saying. Yeah, absolutely. DB4L, love it, man. Thank you so much. Let's see. Avatar says 3B should be 3B. What am I? What 3B? Keep the fans excited. 3B. What's the 3? I'm missing something. Avatar, I'm missing something. What are you trying to tell me, man? What are you trying to tell me? 3B. Okay, I missed some. Anyway, all right, this is interesting. All right, this is going back to the draft. And this is interesting because players sometimes move to different teams for various reasons. Salary, coaching staff, possibility of making the playoffs, going to the Super Bowl, playing with a former teammate that they had in college, whatever the answers may be, whatever the reasons may be. This one is interesting because this one backfired. Now, most of the time when players leave a team and go to another team, it's because, they're familiar with the coaches. Like Josie Jewell. Josie Jewell went to the Carolina Panthers. Why? Because he's familiar with their defensive coordinator that was on the Broncos. Okay? I understand that. That makes perfect sense. But when not you personally, but any player, when a player leaves a team that they love because of something they said they're going to do, and then that player goes to another team, and that team does the same thing, but doesn't tell them. Here it is. Listen to this. This is crazy. Per Albert Breer, one of the big reasons Kirk Cousins decided to leave the Vikings this offseason was the fact, not a rumor, not a possibility, but a fact that the Vikings told Kirk Cousins they were drafting a quarterback of the future in high up in the draft. There you go. Kirk Cousins was informed by the Minnesota Vikings, hey, we're going to draft a quarterback high up in the first round to eventually replace you. So we're just giving you a heads up that that's what we're thinking of doing. Okay, Kirk Cousins goes, you know what? No, I don't think my career's over. I don't believe it's over. I believe I have 5, 6, 7 more years, whatever it is. I'm going to go to a team that really wants me. Enter Atlanta Falcons, guaranteeing Kirk Cousins $100 million of 100 and what, 25, 28, $30 million salary over 3 years, $100 million guaranteed up front, no questions asked. Uh-oh. What did the Atlanta Falcons do in the draft? They shocked everybody and took Michael Penix at number 8 in the draft. Oh, and by the way, do you think they notified Kirk Cousins, hey, this is what we're planning on doing? No, they didn't. They notified him when they were about to pick up the phone and go, hey, Michael, how would you like to be a Atlanta Falcons draft pick at number 8? Yeah, that's when they notified him. Oh, by the way, Kurt, just want to let you know, we're drafting a quarterback to replace you. Maybe they didn't say exactly that way, but they drafted Michael Penix in the 8th pick of the first round. And the reason why Kirk Cousins left the Vikings was because they told him they were drafting a quarterback in the first round. But the Atlanta Falcons don't have any class. They don't have any respect for Kirk Cousins. And people say, oh, yeah, they do. They paid him $100 million. No, they don't have any respect. They have money. They don't have respect. They don't have consideration. They don't have any type of desire to let him know. Oh, we'll let him know right before we Roger Goodell goes up there and goes, with the number 8 pick, the Atlanta Falcons select Michael Penix, quarterback. Yeah. Oh, crap. That's when he found out? No. Moments before, but might as well have been. How would you like to be that? How would you like to be Kirk Cousins getting stabbed? And I know people are going to say, hey, I don't care. I'm getting $100 million guaranteed. What's the big deal? The big deal is respect. And the Atlanta Falcons don't respect Kirk Cousins. That was a backstab. At least the Vikings did the right thing and said, hey, oh, sorry, guys, hit the microphone. At least the Minnesota Vikings did the right thing and said, hey, Kirk, we're thinking about, we're going to draft a quarterback in the first round. So just letting you know, you might want to, we'd love to have you, but, we're going to draft a quarterback in the first round. Atlanta Falcons? No. We'll let him find out right before and then see what. Stupid. You think Kirk Cousins trusts anything with that ownership now going forward? Absolutely not. I mean, I could have made this my jackass of the week. I really could have, because that was a bonehead backstab in your face shot, which is wrong, which is totally wrong. You don't do that to players. You don't do that to people, period. Oh, my gosh, that's just wrong. Just totally wrong. Totally wrong. All right. Let's see. What's that? Let's get ready to do or dominate your right. Captain Jack did his show. Is that what? I missed that, Biggie. I missed that. All right, explain what you mean, because that might be funny, man. That might be funny to talk about. All right, get my next topic off of my clip here. All right, this is really cool. I call this a feel-good story. I don't have a little clip to bring it up, but I call this a feel-good story. And this is what I love about camaraderie, what I love about respect, what I love about doing the right thing, because I do have a jackass of the week, which isn't doing the right thing, but this is doing the right thing. And what I love about this topic, this segment, is it's genuine. It's genuine and it's honorable, and I love it. Here it is. When Zach Wilson was traded to the Denver Broncos, the organization gave him a choice of jersey numbers. Zach Wilson chose number 10. This is a topic of the show tonight called Bo Nix Keeps Number 10. There's more to that story. And it's more about Zach Wilson than anything else. And here it is. Do I have two here? All right. Like I said, their organization gave Zach Wilson a choice of jersey number. He chose number 10. However, when the Broncos drafted Bo Nix, who wore number 10 in college at Oregon, didn't look like he would don that number in Denver. Hold on. When Wilson heard that Denver selected Bo Nix, he reached out to the Broncos equipment manager to let them know he was willing to give Bo Nix his jersey number 10 if he wanted it. No questions asked. Hey, you're the draftee guy. You're the guy that wore number 10 all your career. Your dad wore number 10 in his college days. Why am I going to keep it? Wait a minute. Is there some money involved in this? You think? Everybody else asked, hey, yeah, take me out to a nice steak dinner, my family, put us up in a hotel, send us to Disneyland, give me $10,000 for the number, whatever it is. What do you think? What do you think Zach Wilson wanted from Bo Nix? Guys, say it in the chat. What do you think Zach Wilson wanted from Bo Nix in exchange for the number 10 jersey? Well, I go back to what he said. He said he reached out to the Broncos equipment manager to let them know that he was willing to give Bo Nix his jersey number 10 if he wanted it. Answer? Avatar nailed it. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Zero. Zilch. Nada. Reason? Here it is. He also said he wasn't asking for any money or anything for him to give up number 10. Why? Because he respected the fact that Bo Nix wore that number his entire career in high school, college, and now in the pros. And because Zach Wilson wore number 2 when he was on the Jets, and he was drafted by the Jets, and he wore number 2, he realized that wasn't number 10 was not his number. It was Bo Nix's number. You talk about honesty, integrity, sportsmanship, humanistic tendency to appreciate what somebody else has done. Absolutely. Do I have a lot more respect for Zach Wilson than I did when we got him? 100% more. Absolutely 100% more. He's a team player. Why would he want? Why would he take money from a rookie? Why would you do that? No, it was never Zach Wilson's number to begin with. Not in his career before Denver. And when that number came available, he was like, okay, I'll take it. And then when Bo Nix is drafted, he's like, hey, no problem, dude. It's yours. If you want it, you got it. Well, what do you want for it? Nothing. Why? I don't want anything. Never was my number. I never wore it in an actual game. I never even put it on my body. Never wore that number. It's not my number. It's yours. You talk about a stand-up guy, a forthright guy. Yeah. Zach Wilson just got elevated big time in this guy's appreciation for who he is, for his integrity, for his character. I mean, say what you want about his game, but you know what? Sports only last a microcosm of life. A microcosm of life. A person can live to be 75, 80, 90 years old. They play football, professional football, NFL, let's say, for 15 years. Okay? 15 years. What have you produced? What have you shown? What is your integrity? What is your character? Zach Wilson just showed me his true character. And man, I will tell you, I have a lot more respect for that guy than I did when the Denver Broncos traded to get him from the New York Jets. Congratulations, Zach. I'm impressed. I really am impressed with today's day of the way things go in life and all that. And Jackass of the Week coming up. Completely different side of what the norm is for most athletes. And I will get into that in this very next segment. But Zach Wilson, you really showed me what it really means to be a team player, a team support of your obviously a guy who's going to be starting quarterback. And Zach Wilson may never be another starting quarterback again, but he did show me his true side, and that is being humble, being just integrity. Absolutely integrity. Love it. Love it. Love it. All right. Alex Smith, welcome to the chat. Really do appreciate it. Alex Smith said that's not the way it should work. What do you mean it's not the way what should work? That what do you oh, you know what? That would be funny. Avatar, that'd be funny. I will laugh if Wilson chose number 3. That would be hilarious. But you know what? That'd be great for everybody who bought a Wilson number 3 jersey. They wouldn't have to buy another one. Well, unless you wanted the new one. But I'm not going down that road. But yeah, I mean that would be great if he chose number 3. Not sure he wants to. I don't know if he will. But hey, for all those people, if he does, for all those people that bought Russell Wilson jerseys and then said, "Oh, I'm getting rid of this jersey because they have Russell Wilson, blah, blah," and they get rid of it, and then all of a sudden, Zach Wilson comes up with number 3. That'd be hilarious. That would be good. That would be good. Funny. All right, we are now going to enter this week's Jackass of the Week. Oh my gosh. I know I've said it many, many times, and I'll probably continue to say it because it boggles my mind. How in heaven's name could these people just do things that they know is wrong, and they have millions and millions of dollars, and they just can't figure it out? And I understand. I've heard people say that, I've heard stories when people win the lottery and they say, "Oh, I never knew I would have all of these problems with all this money. I thought it would solve all this. I thought it would solve that. I thought that I could live out this," whatever situation. Okay. But the bottom line is you don't do criminalistic things. You don't do things that are criminally wrong. Period. Now, if you have millions of dollars and you decide to go out and buy a yacht and a $50 million home, some stupid ridiculous thing, and then all of a sudden you get in trouble with money and you can't pay this and pay that, well, that's your own fault because you went way above your means. Okay, doing something illegal is even more stupid because it's illegal for one. All right, here we go. Former Kansas City Chiefs defensive back Bashad Breeland was arrested last weekend for the second time in less than a year. For what? Running a red light? Nope. I don't know. Maybe drunk in public? Nope. He was arrested for the second time in less than a year for drugs and firearms in North Carolina. Police found marijuana, mushrooms, hydrochloride bottles, not sure what that's for, synthetic opioid, as well. He was in possession of 2 AR-15s, not good, a pair of AK-47s, 5 pounds of weed, and 62 grams of mushrooms while in a stolen Mercedes SUV. Huh? Seriously. Second time arrested in less than a year, and you have 2 AR-15s, a pair, which is 2, of AK-47s, 5 pounds of weed, and 62 grams of mushrooms while in a stolen Mercedes SUV? No wonder the Chiefs cut him. No wonder the Chiefs kicked him from here to New York. Holy crap. You serious? This dude is nuts. This guy is nuts. Seriously. He ought to be stripped of his Super Bowl championship he won with the Chiefs prior to 2021. He should be. Absolutely should be stripped of that. Ring taken away, name off the trophy, whatever. Yes, he played on the team when they won it, but holy smokes. Seriously? What are you doing with 2 AR-15s and 2 AK-47s in a stolen Mercedes SUV? My God. These people never learn. That's what blows my mind. Why can't you just enjoy your money, enjoy your fame, enjoy your fortune? Why do you have to go out and be stupid? Seriously. And I know people bring a point to, well, it could be, not PTSD, but that CTE. It could be CTE. Really? Can't prove it. He's alive. They say you can't test it unless the person's dead. I don't buy it. He didn't play in the league that long, I don't think. I mean, obviously, if he won a Super Bowl in what, 2020, 2019, whenever it was, now we're in 2024. I don't know. Could he have CTE? I don't know. To me, it doesn't matter. To go out and do stupid things like this blows my mind. Just blows my mind. All right. He last played for the Minnesota Vikings in 2021 and the Cardinals in 2022. Unfreaking believable. Seriously, unbelievable that there would be, a person could just be out there like that. 2 AR-15s, 2 AK-47s, marijuana, mushrooms, and stolen SUV. Mercedes, stolen SUV. Well, doesn't have to be a Mercedes. It can be anything. It's stolen. It's stolen. Wow. Unfreaking believable. Unfreaking believable. I just still boggles my mind. Absolutely still boggles my mind. All right, that wraps up this week's Jackass. All right, Biggie Broncos says, we put up here, Biggie Broncos says, laughing his ass off. What's wrong with having the AR-15s and the other guns and the weed and the mushrooms? I can understand not having them. Biggie, you along with some of the other guys in the chat really know how to take a story and twist it into what's wrong with that? Hey, you're right. You're right. What's wrong with the AR-15s, other guns and weeds and mushrooms, as long as you're in your own house? But when you steal a Mercedes SUV, okay, that's when it becomes a problem. Okay, I see where you're coming from, Biggie. I see where you're coming from. Kind of twisted, but I like it. I like it. Good job, man. Good job. All right. Position change in Denver. Head coach? Oh, no way. General manager? Nope. player. Here it is. Undrafted defensive end from Princeton, Matthew Jester, is looking at being a fullback per Mike Kliss, 9 News, Denver. The Denver Broncos head coach Sean Payton feels the 6'4", 250-pound Jester may fit into Payton's plans nicely. He was an undrafted rookie for a time with the Los Angeles Rams last season. Can you imagine a 6'4", 250-pound fullback who is a defensive end become your fullback? Dude, I don't care who you put behind him. You could put me behind him, and I could probably gain yardage. Of course, one hit and I'd probably be, busted in half. But hey, that's beside the point. 250 pounds, 6'4", whoo-wee. Yeah, I would love to see that. It's almost a throwback to the refrigerator back in the Chicago days of 1985. Now, the Bears, Refrigerator Perry, they called it Refrigerator Perry because the dude was as big as a freaking refrigerator. And he scored a touchdown in that Super Bowl for the 85 Bears. That was spectacular. That guy was a beast. He knocked over everybody, man. Knocked over everybody. He was huge. I would love to see something like that. Seriously, we haven't had a fullback like that. We had Robert Griffith, but he wasn't 250 pounds. But he was a good strong fullback in the Broncos back-to-back Super Bowl run and championship. So that was great. But I would love to see something like this. So, hey, if Sean Payton's willing to, do different things, create different ways of getting the best out of players, he's a defensive end. He said he's willing to go and try fullback. Why not? Why not? Hey, if it's 4th and 1, are you going to try a quarterback sneak with Bo Nix? I'm not. I'll give it to this guy. 250 pounds? Oh, yeah. Just tell Bo Nix, hey, I'm going left. You better go right or I'm going to be right up your keister. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably not going to like it. So, yeah, I think that's great. I would love to see that. Absolutely love to see it. What I don't want to see is what I'm about to bring in this next segment. Here it is. Former Broncos safety Justin Simmons could be on a new team soon. Oh, no. No. That's not what I want to see. It's not what I want to see. That's not what I want to hear. Here it is. There are several teams where his talent would be beneficial. These teams are as follows. New Orleans Saints because they feel that they're very close to making the playoffs and a strong push in the playoffs because of the teams that are in their division might not be as strong. Atlanta Falcons, they got some issues. Carolina Panthers, all that. Okay, so the Saints feel that if they have a very strong safety like Justin Simmons, their defense will be tremendously elevated than it has been in the past. Okay, San Francisco 49ers, why not? 49ers have John Lynch as their general manager. He knows all about the Broncos players and stuff. He played for the Broncos, but that was years past, obviously. But still, there's a lot of connection between the Broncos and the 49ers. Justin Simmons could go there and solidify the defense of the 49ers, which apparently has been a problem because they couldn't beat the Kansas City Chiefs in last year's Super Bowl. So there are very strong feelings that Justin Simmons may go to the San Francisco 49ers. Okay, next on the list, Arizona Cardinals. Not sure why the Cardinals. I don't see them as being a team to go to the playoffs or even be deep in the playoffs. I don't know. That's another team that has surfaced that says they're really, really interested in Justin Simmons. I don't know if Simmons would be willing to go there. I don't know if he wants to go to a team that doesn't have a chance to make the playoffs and possibly a Super Bowl. I'm not sure. But if it's about money and they offer him a truckload, maybe he goes to the Cardinals. I just don't see that one. The other one, the fourth one, Carolina Panthers. Now, he could go to the Carolina Panthers. What's the name? Josie Jewell's on the Panthers. There's defensive coordinators that were on the Broncos a year ago that are now in the Panthers. So Justin Simmons could feel at home with those defensive coordinators / coaches he's familiar with. He could go to Carolina. That would be an option. I don't see the Carolina Panthers as being a team that would go to the playoffs and or deep in the playoffs. I'm not sure. But again, if it's familiarity, if it's feeling comfortable in the system, maybe he goes to Carolina Panthers. Here's the one that scares me to death. The Kansas City Chiefs are interested in Justin Simmons going and being a Kansas City Chief and their safety. That would absolutely piss me off to no end. Would Justin Simmons go to the Chiefs? Playing the Broncos twice in a year? Going to a rival team? Would Justin Simmons do that? I don't know. I don't know Justin Simmons. I don't know his thought process. But he wants to win a Super Bowl. He wants to go to the playoffs. He's never been in the playoffs. He got drafted after the Broncos won Super Bowl 50. Justin Simmons has never been to the playoffs. He wants to go. Does he go to the Chiefs? They have the best chance of making the playoffs. But does he go to a Denver Bronco rival? That's the question. My opinion, if he's really seeking the playoffs and a possible Super Bowl appearance, I say the Chiefs are the best option. Do I want him to go there? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No way, shape, or form do I want to see Justin Simmons wearing red and gold. No freaking way. Don't want to see it. Absolutely not. No. Would I want him to see? Would I want him to go to other teams? New Orleans, San Francisco, Arizona Cardinals? I don't care. Just not the Chiefs. Just not the Chiefs. But then again, I want Justin Simmons to experience the playoffs, experience the Super Bowl, maybe even win the Super Bowl. I just don't want it to be on the Chiefs. That's all I'm saying. Just don't want it to be on the Chiefs. All right, here we go. Next to the very last topic for tonight. Not a whole lot of Broncos stuff. I mean, we're right into, in between, the end of the season that happened in January or February with the Super Bowl. Then you had the draft. We haven't had OTAs yet. We haven't had preseason, obviously. It's around the corner. We haven't even had the schedule released yet. I thought that was going to be released yesterday. Didn't happen. Don't know. We know that the teams the Broncos are going to play. We just don't know when they're going to be played, like Thursday or Sunday or what, when the Broncos are playing the Steelers, when the Broncos are playing the Falcons, things like that. We don't know when the Broncos are playing the Chiefs, things of that nature. We just don't know that yet. So it's kind of a dry spell, so to speak. So I'm bringing in all these other topics. I'm glad you guys are bearing with me. Really do appreciate it on a Friday night, 2 days before Mother's Day. Each and every one of you, please appreciate your mom, whether she's still living or she's gone on. Please be mindful of her, because after all, none of us would be here if we did not have a mom. That's all I'm saying. Say Happy Mother's Day it doesn't need to be physical flowers. It could be verbal flowers, a hug, a kiss, a letter, a phone call, whatever it is. I wish I could pick up the phone and call my mom and tell her how much I love her, but I can't, because she's been in heaven for the last 10 years. It'll be 11 years this year. So, Mom, Happy Mother's Day, even though you're not here physically. You're right here in my heart, Mom. Love you. All right. Whew, before I break down, I didn't expect that, but anyways, Preston Fonseca, what's up, my friend? Broncos Steelers will be an interesting game. Yes, it will. Absolutely. I just don't know if it's going to be like it to be Thursday night. I think that'd be great. Obviously, not going to be the first Thursday night, because that always goes to Super Bowl champions, Kansas City Chiefs, and whomever they want to put in there. Sunday night, first Sunday night game, Denver at home against Pittsburgh to open the season. I think that'd be great. Monday night, that would also be fantastic. I just don't know. If it's going to be the first week or the second week. I don't know, but I really think it's going to be a prime time, or it should be a prime time. Thanks again, Preston, for chiming in. Really do appreciate it, man. Tell your mom and dad said hi. Tell them I love them. Love all you guys, man. Thanks so much. All right. This is interesting. This is interesting. Listen to this. First off, there's been several teams that have relocated. Cleveland Browns, original Cleveland Browns, went to Baltimore, become the Baltimore Ravens. The original Baltimore Colts moved to Indianapolis to become the Indianapolis Colts. The Oakland Raiders left Oakland and went to Vegas to be the Las Vegas Raiders. The San Diego Chargers left and went to LA to become the LA Chargers. Who's next? Could it possibly be the Kansas City Chiefs? No. Chiefs? Really? Let me bring it to you. This is interesting. Let me bring it to you. Here it is. The Kansas City Chiefs could be moving. Holy smoke. That would be like the Denver Broncos moving. That would shake heaven and earth like nobody's business. Kansas City? Lamar Hunt? What the AFC trophy, AFC Championship trophy is named after? The Lamar Hunt trophy? Kansas City? Really? They could be moving? Let me bring it. Tensions are high in Jackson County, Missouri, following a failed April 2nd vote that would have extended a 3/8% sales tax to help finance renovations at GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium and a new Royal Stadium downtown. Hold on a second. 3/8 of a 3/8 cent increase or extended. 3/8 of a cent. Not even a quarter. Not a half. Not 1%. 3/8%. 3/8. Are you kidding me? Dude, I live here in Southern California. We pay tax up the wazoo. I mean, we've paid taxes for, we're putting this bond in here. This is a 1.5% increase in sales tax. Do you agree to that? Yeah, whatever. You know, people voted all the time. But you mean to tell me that the people in Kansas City, Missouri, who they say they love their beloved Kansas City Chiefs, all that crap. They say they love that, and they're not willing to extend a 3/8% sales tax to fund a new stadium or renovate renovate Arrowhead Stadium and fund a new Royal Stadium. Are you kidding me? Good heavens! Are people 3/8 of a 3/8% sales tax is nothing. Nothing. I'm paying here, when I go to the store, I pay almost 10% sales tax. Almost 10. I think it's almost like 8.9, 9.1, something like that. I have no clue. Just pay it. You know, I mean, what are you going to do? Say, no, I ain't taking that. That's, I ain't paying that 9%. I mean, yeah, it's that. Seriously. So on $100, I'm paying almost $10 in sales tax. $110 for a $100 thing. What's 3/8%? But it means even more because that was defeated on April 2nd vote of the 3/8% extended sales tax to renovate Arrowhead Stadium and finance new Royal Stadium. Listen to this. Both teams are considering potential moves with the Chiefs in a different county. Now, it's still in Missouri, so hold on. But there's a twist. Jackson County legislator has suggested that that cities in Texas, like San Antonio, might try to poach the Chiefs away from Kansas City. No word from San Antonio about any possible move for the Chiefs to come there. This comes per San Antonio news. Of course, they're not going to say anything. Of course, they're not going to say it. But the cat's out of the bag. The bills have been the beans have been spilled. Water under the bridge. All those cliches. You don't say things like that. Oh, it doesn't come out like that if you're not trying to make a move. And when they say, "Oh no, we're not thinking anything about it," nah, we have no idea. Of course they do. Of course they do. It happens all the time in politics. Politics say the same thing. Oh no, we're not interested. We're not doing that. All of a sudden, boom, it happens. Why? Because they want it to be hush, hush, hush. Don't say nothing. We want all this to be behind the scenes. Keep your mouth closed. Don't say anything, because if it gets out, then we're doomed. Well, when that defeat went down and the people in Jackson County didn't want to pony up and keep extending the 3/8. What's a 3/8% on anything you buy? Nothing. Hardly in any amount. Why are you not willing? Unless there's not a whole lot of real Kansas City fans in Jackson County, Missouri. Maybe not. San Antonio, people say, why does Texas need another football team? They've already got the Houston Texans and the Dallas Cowboys. Why do they need another team? Well, I live in California. There's the Chargers, there's the Rams, there's the 49ers, and there was the Vegas. There was the Oakland Raiders. That's 4. By the way, New York has 3. People say, no, they don't. They just got the Giants and the Jets. No, they have the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, New York, upstate New York. It's still in New York. Not New York City, New York State. 3 teams in New York. Let's see. Florida has the Miami Dolphins. They have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And they have, I think that's it. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Miami Dolphins. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, I have 2. But, hey, why not Texas to have 3? All they would be doing is go from Kansas City up here straight down to San Antonio. Okay? Same time zone, same everything else. Isn't that ironic, though, that the fans or the people in Jackson County would not continue to pony up 3/8% tax to renovate Arrowhead Stadium and fund a new Kansas City Royals baseball stadium or baseball park, whatever. They're not willing to do that. Why? You say you're fans. You say you support your city. You support your teams. You support what's 3/8%? I mean, I live in Southern California. There's not times where there's been a vote to fund this or fund that. And it's a 1.5% sales tax increase. And it's gone through. I don't know, man. To me, that would be an absolute shock if the Kansas City Chiefs left Kansas City. It really would, because Kansas City Chiefs have been there forever. Denver Broncos have been in Denver forever. You look at some of these teams that's moved, like the Cleveland Browns. When they moved, I was like, holy smokes, they've been there forever. Baltimore Colts, when they left, they went to Indianapolis. I'm like, what the heck? I know teams move, but can you imagine the Dallas Cowboys moving out of Dallas? No, I can't see that. Miami Dolphins leaving Miami? I can't see that either. Not whatsoever. Denver Broncos leaving Denver? Oh, heaven, bite your tongue. Bite your tongue. May that never happen. May that never, ever happen. But man, Kansas City Chiefs, a mainstay in the AFC, a mainstay in the Midwest in Kansas City, possibly thinking of moving. Whoo! Stay tuned, because if that happens, I'm bringing it on this show. You know that. All right. Last topic for tonight, guys. Thank you so much for spending the hour with me. We're just seconds over the 1 hour mark. We're an 1 hour and 24 seconds. Really do appreciate it. Once again, happy Mother's Day to each and every mother out there, whether you're listening, your husbands are watching and listening, whether your sons or whatever you're doing, may every single mother out there feel loved, appreciated, and absolutely pampered this coming weekend, whether it be a Saturday to celebrate or Sunday, whatever it is. We take time out to respect, honor, and cherish our moms, or we would not be here. All right, guys, last topic for tonight's show. Here it is. The Denver Broncos haven't gone white jersey with orange pants. Don't worry about that. That's just Pat Bowlen. Pat Bowlen. That's just Walton ownership group calling me saying how much they like the show. Just kidding. Denver Broncos haven't gone white jersey, orange pants since 1979. That's a long time ago. All right. And yes, I was around in 79. Will Sean Payton and the organization feature that look at home this season? Now, my question to you guys in the chat, real briefly, quick, is this. Would Broncos country welcome that look, or would they cringe? It's an orange jersey. A white jersey with the all orange pants. Now, I'm going to find it right here. And I have it here on my phone here. And when I get to that, I'll show it to you. And you guys tell me, would you be willing to see this on a Broncos home game anytime this year? All right. I'm going to blow it up. Here's what it looks like. Here it is, guys. There it is. White jersey. Let me get a little away from the light. White jersey. The new uniform, of course, white jersey, orange pants. Would you guys be willing to see that this season at home? Denver Broncos, I don't know if they would call it alternate jersey or what they would call it. But would you guys be willing to see that? I personally, I don't mind that. I don't mind that one at all. I really don't. I think that's classy looking. It's kind of, worn on me a little bit more. I'm getting more and more used to that. Still not in favor of the orange jersey being the home jersey, but I'm not the owner. Can't do anything about it. Just a fan. So either I like it or I don't, or I accept it or I don't. Hey, I'm a Bronco fan. I'm going to have to accept it. But I do like that white jersey with the orange pants. That is pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Big E Bronco says, Bill, I was around in 1979 as well. Yeah, well, that just goes to show that we got a lot of experience here in the chat. So that's really good, man. I really do appreciate it. Let's see. Biggie says, I was 5 years old, but I was around. Yeah, well, I was a little bit older than 5 years. Obviously, if we go back and add it up, 1958 to 1979 is 21 years. And that's exactly how old I was in 1979. Yep, 21 years old. Whoo, golly, that seems a long time ago. Well, I'm 65, so it was a long time ago. It's 44 years ago. So, hey, anyways, it is what it is. And I'm just blessed and honored to do this each and every week with you guys. Whether I was 21 years old or I'm 65 years old, I absolutely, truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for being in the chat. I'm going to go down the list and thank every single one of you, because if you guys can take the time out of your busy Friday evening preparation for a weekend of whatever you guys are doing and wherever you're going, whatever, to take time out to listen to this crazy 65-year-old guy talk about sports, I really do appreciate the fact that you do that. I love it. I don't take it for granted. Absolutely do not take it for granted whatsoever, but really do appreciate seeing each and every one of you. You took out your time. I'm going to take out my time to acknowledge each and every one. Big E Bronco batting leadoff in the chat. Thank you so much. Rodolfo Claren, thank you so much. G Money 88 batting third. Avatar batting cleanup. Welcome back, Avatar. Really do appreciate it. Congratulations on your new job. I hope it all works out. And glad to see you back in the chat. Thank you so much, man. We've missed you tremendously. Thank you again. Let's see. Let's get ready to Dominique DB for life. Thank you so much for being in chat. Really do appreciate it. You're each and every way. Alex Smith, thank you, man. Haven't seen you in a while too. Thank you so much for being in the chat. Really do appreciate it. You guys. I've said it many times. You are the backbone of this show. If it wasn't for you, this show would be nowhere near what it is. You guys are the best. I absolutely applaud you each and every week. Thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. That's it, guys. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you have not, please do so. It takes a microsecond out of your time. Click the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button. That way you'll get notified when this show and other shows on the MHRT network, as well as my channel, Broncos Breakdown on YouTube, go live. And you won't miss a single show, single episode that will go directly to you. Thank you so much, guys. Like I mentioned before, you are the absolute best of this show. I couldn't do it without you guys. You are the best. Have a wonderful, fantastic rest of your Friday night. Have a great weekend. Once again, hats off to mothers everywhere. Mothers, thank you so much for everything you do and everything you've done in bringing up each and every one of us. Moms, you are appreciated, you are loved, you are respected, and you are pampered this Sunday. Mothers, happy, blessed mothers, wherever you are this Sunday. Happy Mother's Day. You guys, thanks again. Love you guys each and every week. We will talk to you next Friday. Till then, guys, have a wonderful, blessed weekend. We will talk to you then. Take care. Bye-bye.
Fast lane when I pass in the street. Bag of money in the passenger seat. Simcoe's been asking for me on the road from the west to the east. Way up, I might never come down, cause the coast racking up the flight miles. So high, I might never come down, so what, this is my lifestyle. Wait a minute, work hard for the car so the